Good morning, dear hearts. We're on review lesson 52. It's our second review lesson, and it is our first review. Each lesson is comprised of 5 of our previous lessons, so we are revisiting them, but we're revisiting them, and they're in a little bit of a different form. The title is the same. The practicing for the reviews was given to us in the introduction to the review. Basically, we are to spend at least 2 minutes on each lesson sometime during the course of our day. It's always advisable to do it as soon as possible, but by the end of our day that we have considered or reconsidered each lesson. And if one lesson is calling to us more than another, to spend a little extra time there to try and figure out what is it about that lesson that is really touching me, hitting home. So yesterday, the review, I used one word to link all of them together, and that word was judgment. Today, our sponsoring word is the past. I guess it's 2 words. So the first lesson for review is lesson 6 originally. I am upset because I see what is not there. I'm actually looking at the past. I'm looking at illusions. Illusions are always gone. They always come from the past. I drag them forward. I think they're here now, but they are not. They're not reality. My illusions are not reality. In the lesson, it says, when I am upset, it's because I have replaced reality with illusions that I have made up. I'm looking at what is not here. I'm seeing the past, and I'm upset because I don't like what I see. I didn't like it then, and I guess I'm not liking it now. I'm always upset by nothing is how this lesson concludes, because the past is gone, so it in truth is nothing. The second lesson is, it upholds this viewpoint that I see only the past. I'm not seeing reality, I'm seeing only the past. And it says that what I look upon, I condemn the world as I look about, I condemn the world that I am looking at. When I have forgiven myself and remembered who I am, I will bless everyone and everything I see. There will be no past, and therefore no enemies, because all of the enemies, all of the illusions, all of the grievances live in the past, which the ego keeps digging up and bringing forward and putting me into that thought space. I want a new thought system, and I can choose again, and we'll have that in our little review here as well. The third lesson, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. And it says, let me remember that I look on the past to prevent the present from dawning on my mind. I stay stuck in the past. The ego is very happy for me to do that. The only time I can really grow and understand and remember who I am is when I am in the now. The ego has no interest in helping us to get into the now. The ego is thrilled the longer we stay in the past. This lesson says, let me learn to give the past away, realizing that in doing, I am giving up nothing. Forgiveness is giving away the past because it clears it out. When I have forgiven everything that I think has happened in the past, all of my illusions, then I am clearing the way for what is real and what is true to come into my awareness. Our fourth review lesson is I see nothing as it is now, because I'm seeing the past. I see nothing as it is now. It can truly be said, if I see nothing as it is now, it can truly be said, I see nothing. I can see only what is now. I cannot see the past, but if I'm thinking that I'm in the past, then I will never see what is real and what is true. The choice is not whether to see the past or the present. The choice is merely whether to see or not. To see or not to see, that is indeed the question. What I have chosen to see has cost me vision, because vision is only possible in the present. Now I would choose again that I may see. And this is the key to all of this, for us to choose again. And we have the ability and the power to do that. And then our last lesson for review today is my thoughts. My thoughts do not mean anything. And it starts out with that line, that sentence that very many people find objectionable, that I have no private thoughts. I want to have private thoughts. I want to be able to think, and no one else is aware of my thoughts. What if they hear my thoughts and they know what I'm thinking about them? I want private thoughts, but in truth, all minds are joined. So I have no private thoughts. We like it when our thoughts go out and something is, I'll use the word manifested because it's the word most people would use. Things are manifested that we want. But I want to have private thoughts when I know my thoughts are not loving and kind. The truth is, every thought is going to bring into form one thing or another, something that is loving or something that is not. Our thoughts are creative. Our thoughts come from our mind, either our ego mind, which makes things up, or from our holy mind, which creates and expands. Okay, so I have no private thoughts, yet it is only private thoughts of which I am aware, because I'm only aware of using my limited mind, my ego mind, and that is filled with thoughts that I want to keep private. My mind is part of creation and part of its creator, but would I not rather join the thinking of the universe than to obscure all that is really mine with my pitiful and meaningless private thoughts? So I can choose again. Which mind do I want to be linked to? Because in truth, my thoughts may not mean anything when they're coming from that limited mind, but that still means that they are making or creating something. I have to realize that my private thoughts are my limited ones. They're coming from my ego mind. They're coming from the only me idea, me, not we. And I need to understand that my thoughts are going to bring about everything that I will experience. The Course tells us in the text that we are being blessed by every beneficent thought of any of our brothers anywhere. I often use the metaphor of the pebbles in the pond. My thoughts are going into that beautiful, still body of water that's pristine and lovely. But when I have a thought, whether it's a loving thought or a not so loving thought, it will go in and it will disturb that water, and the ripples will expand. And that will be the truth, whether it is a loving and kind thought that is a beneficent one, or whether it is coming from a limited mind that does not have good intentions. That's it for today, and I hope that helped. I hope it was clear. So please like, please share, please subscribe. I don't know if I said that at the beginning. Smile and breathe and realize that this is really a beautiful space that we are in right now, being able to choose again and have the life, the experience that we truly want to have. Namaste.